I'm Oliver Phelps.
And I'm James Phelps. We play Fred and George Weasley in the Harry Potter movies.
I guess Oliver has the secret way is
That's why I'm wearing a collar today.
Oliver has 2 moles on his neck. That's one way, and
My hair's not long.
yeah, his hair's normally a bit smarter. He's normally smarter than I am. I guess that's in clothes wise, not in mind.
Well, yeah, that's right.
Is it difficult playing 18-year-olds at the age of 23?
Not really when you're as immature as we are. It's probably quite easy, yeah.
Are you going to nick bits of set and everything as sort of mementos?
No, of course not. We'll get in trouble for that.
Isn't it? Now, I hear on the grapevine that you haven't actually read all of the Harry Potter books. Is this... All right, give them a chance to explain themselves. All right, is this true? OK, there's your chance.
Technically,
I did.
Wow.
I
Right. Here we go. All right.
technically it's true.
OK.
I read the first 4,
Yeah, right.
and then I discovered the audiobooks.
Oh, that's all right.
And Stephen Fry's got a nicer voice than I have, so I enjoy listening to that more, I think.
All right, we'll let him off for that. Yeah. Very good.
Pimple cream, which I think if that was real, I'd be a very, very rich man. Like, I'd probably take Bill Gates to the cleaners, probably buy Microsoft. Yeah, if you had that, you'd be right.
Pimple removal cream.
Yeah.
I think that I still think
From a business point of view.
I still think Fred and George are onto a winner with the skiving snack boxes. I think that's what I would have, because the amount of times that you want to get out of something and then you're not feeling ill, you just know that it'll get you out of an exam or something. So I think that could be quite good.
I think mine would be Expecto Patronum, because people have always asked me, what do you think your Patronum would be? And I was never sure, but this has told me that it's a hog. It's quite good. You're a badger.
There's one thing I could go back and change from the first movie. It'd be the tone of my voice. Like, it's painful to listen to.
Fred, you next. It's not Fred, I am. Honestly, woman, you call yourself our mother. Oh, I'm sorry, George.
On this one, you have your own shop, don't you? Wizard, What is it called?
Weasley's Wheezes.
Yeah. That's what it... That's
Obviously, Fred dies in the film. So how was that was that quite traumatic?
Not for me. I just slept. I did actually sleep. I fell asleep and woke up, and the whole stage was empty because everyone had gone to lunch. They left me there. So I was like, I'm in character here. But I don't know what was.
It was weird for me to do. Obviously not just my stage brother, but my real brother as well. To see him all pale and copped it on the floor is a bit. Yeah, it was quite weird. It was quite difficult to film to begin with.
All right, also, another one of my rules, we have installed a force field in front of the stage. If any young lady tries to rush the stage, it will be destroyed, so please do not attempt that.
I have a scar there where I fell over in the playground when I was a child. So that's my little scar.
Sweet. How does it feel to play Quidditch?
I remember the first time I caught the Hogwarts Express, as it was. I stuck my head out the window and I got back in and it was just soot, like I was just black because of all the soot. And then it was quite cool because my granddad said he can remember when he used to do that when he was our age, when he used to catch a train like that. So that's what I remember about that train.
Do you guys ever speak in sync like normally? Like you do in the movies?
Do you guys ever speak in sync like normally, like you do in the movies?
Oh my god.
No.
I kind of just opened the door into a tree. So,
Yeah, he does this quite often with stuff like this, my property especially. We were just in the front room, and like the phone rang, so my mum answered it, and apparently this lady at the other end said, "Hi, is the mum of the Weasley twins there?"
I think she said no, so I think you got the wrong number or something.
Oh, God, your mum blew it for you. told people, like we told our close friends that we were in Harry Potter. And, yeah, sure, yeah. Then when we walk into school with ginger hair, everyone's like, what have you done?
Yeah, no one would do that.
No, exactly.
Who would dye their head?
I mean, when we've gone away without publishing it, it's just on vacation. I was in Mexico a couple of years ago, and I was just swimming in the Gulf, as you do, and this lady came over, like just swam over. She was like in her mid-40s or something, and she was like, "Are you in Harry Potter?" Like literally like bobbing around. And I was like, "Yeah," and she was like, "Oh, cool," and then just swam back. So it's like, that's pretty surreal.
Be your own personal boggart.
I'd say a big hairy rat.
Rats?
Can't stand them. Or mice.
Do you ever come across rats in this? Do you have to... I know your brother's got...
Only on King's Cross Station last year. But it was an animatronic one.
Yeah.
Until they did the real thing where it was a real one. And I still thought that it was an animatronic one until this thing jumps at me.
They made a real rat jump at you?
Well, it didn't do it because they told it to. It was just looking at me.
It did it because it was genuinely vicious?
It really didn't like me, yeah.
And I was literally like, oh, look, I've just died. And he was like, oh, took it. I was like, not dead. So it was kind of a bit of a surreal thing to happen at that time.
I think I'd quite like to know what my Patronus charm is, because you never actually see what it is. Well, I think it is. I'm quite an easygoing guy, so it'll probably be something like a panda. Just sitting there, not doing a lot. Yeah, but it'd be quite an interesting thing, you know? Like that, yeah. You guys are really prepared today.
Oh my goodness.
A friend of mine, Anthony, we've got this prank war going on. Like, we've been going on for ages. He actually worked on the crew on the movie. You need to be careful how much you say this because we can get in trouble. Okay, I can't say that. It's a good one, though. It's a good one. It is a good one.
People always ask us, has Fred and George rubbed off on us? So would you say that part of Fred is in with you?
I guess so. I'm a lot more confident than I was 10 years ago.
Okay.
And I guess that Fred being a big head.
Yeah, he is a bit of a big head, isn't he?
Yeah.
But especially with, I'm just thinking going back to say the Goblet of Fire, when they start gambling and they start to, they have to.
They don't gamble. They take it.
Well, they take bets now. But
yeah.
do you think that Fred paid back his bets? Because you never do. Would you think that?
Well, this is obviously where I differ from Fred, I guess.
Yes, certainly. Yeah. It's a bit more trustworthy.
But maybe a little bit. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But the catch is you can only buy a car for £250, so about $300. So my big indulgence was I bought a 1990 Ford Escort and painted it like a tiger. And it actually had a tail and whiskers and everything. And yeah, we drove it down to Barcelona, and the horn was one of those kind of thing. So if you're ever in Switzerland and you've got a horn like that, they've got like 2-mile tunnels. It echoes quite well.
Yeah, on the car I was in was a klaxon horn, which is even better for that. But yeah, we had ours looked like a lifeboat, and we had a propeller on the back that actually got spinning round when you flicked a switch, and we had a seagull, what we called Steven Seagull. He was our mascot by the end of it, you know. So
who's the best golfer actually?
I am actually.
Oh,
yeah.
You have the build for it. You have that.
Yeah, I'll get that in for you.
You have that Dustin Johnson look about you. Okay.
No comment.
No, okay.
When you finished filming, did you sort of decide maybe we should get a commemorative tattoo done?
No. Main reason my nan would kill me.
Yeah.
Like, physically kill me, I think.
Okay, then I have to talk about dying. No dying. So you're both here. But what about... And then comes the dancing part.
And talking of saying crazy things, here's what happened when we asked the boys about their favourite game of all time.
Grand Theft Auto, the latest one, amazing. Just the detail, and it was in the depth of it, like how you could just go on your mobile and dial 911 and the police car would arrive.
The first one I'm going to say is a game which I don't really know many people who know it, but it's called Rolo the Elephant.
Oh no, not the best
it's
game ever.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's basically a platform, and you're an elephant called Rolo, and then you meet his friends who are like a squirrel and a beaver.
The beaver can swim because he's got a rubber ring.
I'm trying to find it on another platform so I can play it now.
Pretty insane.
And we learned a lot actually on that. We learned that a lot of the stuff in the books and everything have been changed for the Norwegian audience. Like Fred and George are actually Fred and Frank.
All right, okay.
And Quidditch is called Flumpy Dunk and all different things like that. Yeah,
I like the sound of that. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a twin question again. When you were little, who was red and who was blue?
I was always in blue.
Yeah, same.
Actually, I was always green, actually.
Green, right?
Green.
Olive green for Oliver.
So I was squirming a little bit watching back that old footage.
Yeah.
I swear we're on helium. I don't really watch that. If we watch those movies, not really the first ones because like that big with like a foot shorter with high hair, high voices and everything. So.
It must be so strange watching yourselves back and growing up on camera. I mean, what was that like going through those terrible puberty years with the whole world watching?
It was all right, I think, because at the time we didn't really care too much what people thought type thing. You kind of just do your own thing, especially at that age group. I think 14-year-old lad, you're very much like, oh, whatever. And it's only when you look back now and you think, actually, yeah, we looked a bit silly.
Oh, I think you were very cute back
There
then.
was one AD, Fiona, who was on the first 4, and she kind of like determined how to tell us apart was that I used to have like a little scar there, and I got a chicken pox mark there. And I told her on the first movie that it was actually where I was shot by a farmer through trespassing when I was a kid. And she actually believed me through the whole. And
it's got to be what, a 5-6 year
5-6 years.
process. Yeah.
And as she said to my dad, of course I know how to tell them apart. It's where James got shot by a farmer. What? So yeah, that was kind of that's probably the longest running joke I've had going with anybody. But
we won't repeat what she said when she found out. But
yeah,
it was along the lines of, you boys.
Media has asked you probably hundreds, maybe thousands of questions. What has been your favorite question and what was the answer for that?
Favourite question? The most unique question I've ever been asked was actually right where we are now, 2 years ago. This newspaper chap said, "What's your favourite pet and where do you stroke it?" To which I said, "I'd like a turtle to see what his shell feels like." It was very different, but that was cool because sometimes you get asked the same questions a lot in these things.
So we had to do one actually earlier today, and it was asked, "What's your brother's best attribute?" And I said that he's related to me, which made me look like a real big ego. So I'm a bit nervous how that's going to turn out, but it's true.
You got a big ego?
Yeah.
So are you two giving up anything for Lent, seeing as it's Pancake Day today?
Chips.
Chips. That is
Giving up chips.
courageous.
I was thinking of different things I could give up, and chips would probably be the manageable.
Now you've said that, if anyone sees you...
Oh no, they can do, but a kebab still doesn't count, so I can have a kebab.
Got a whole lot of food.
Yeah, exactly, but no, chips is not for me anymore.
How about you?
I don't know. I was thinking about it today, and I said to people on Twitter like, what's good, and then I got a really good response saying, I don't give up stuff for Lent. I just try and improve myself by doing something new.
No, that doesn't count.
Well, you're giving up not doing something. That's my excuse. I don't know. I may start doing more exercise a day or something. Or I don't know.
Maybe you should give up being messy. No,
Doesn't
I try every week.
That comes naturally, doesn't it? I can't give up.
So I was kind of wondering if you guys, what was your first big indulgent maybe experience or purchase for yourself after the Harry Potter movies made it big?
Nothing really like an ice cream truck or anything like that. It's probably just like a set of golf clubs. Rock and roll.
As it is Pancake Day, 30 bots did every flavoured pancake. Best pancake flavour, worst pancake flavour.
Best pancake flavour would be chocolate buttons with mini marshmallows and some strawberries.
Nice.
That would be the best, yeah. That's what we kind of do every year, yeah.
And worst?
Marmite.
Oh no.
He like this.
Oh, John.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
So you love Marmite?
Yeah.
And you
I
you
hate Marmite. Hate it. He actually leaves the jar open in the kitchen just to stink it out.